Hello everyone. Our case study was on Kodak, the rebirth of an iconic brand, by Group 1, Addie, Brittany, Jamie, Abina, Jonathan, Barbara, Tasha, and Dianne. Founded in 1888 by George Eastman and Henry Strong, Kodak quickly became one of the most well-known brands of the 20th century. They made photography accessible for everyone. They developed the idea to have a Kodak moment. Despite their early rise to success, Kodak failed to keep up with the times. By the late 90s, competitor Fuji had taken over nearly 17% of the market. In Overman's eyes, Kodak failed to evolve their culture into the digital era. Though Kodak was able to invent new products, they were not able to think digital. By 2012, the company was forced for bankruptcy despite being the third largest seller of digital cameras globally. They became a factory, not an information company. Kodak is still a force in the industry today. Every picture taken on Snapchat or Instagram still uses technology created by the Kodak company. Following its reemergence from bankruptcy protection in 2014, the marketing team at Kodak had to triple the value with consumers and rebuild the company itself. While built up from brand's heritage, senior marketers for Kodak, Steve Overman and Danny Atkins, had to recreate Kodak's innovation and creativity to their new audiences. With fewer resources and little marketing budget at hand, Overman and Atkins focused on making Kodak cool through different ways targeting younger users. As for any company facing major change, issues arose such as cultural branding. This led Atkins and Overman to develop new strategies, making connections through crowd culture, communications, and looking at what other brands within the industry are doing. Kodak has three main key strengths. Kodak offers a broad product portfolio. Their offerings range from personal, commercial, and industrial use. They have been known for their technological advancements throughout the company's lifespan. Such advancements range from image sensing technology to digital imaging. Kodak has been busy perfecting their digital product offering to maintain their competitiveness in the market. The last key strength of Kodak is that they are socially responsible. Kodak is environmentally and socially conscious. They contribute to the reduction of greenhouse gases and emissions. In 2004, they were named Energy Star Partner of the Year. Kodak reintroduced the K logo in 2014. Market research actually revealed very strong brand recognition. It was one of the most recognized brands globally. Even more interesting, millennials with little background before the digital era acknowledged the K and associated it with Kodak film, photography, and the business. When you think of Kodak, you also think of nostalgia and vintage. The text made a reference to an analog renaissance and consumers having an interest in more than the digital era of today. Millennials were amongst the generation searching for authenticity, originality, something real and tangible. The company's brand associated with a strong sense of craftsmanship. Unique selling points of the business is that the Kodak is the platform for creatives and the brand of choice for creatives. Creative enablers really associated the brand to influential members of the artistic community, acknowledging names of Steven Spielberg and more, selecting Kodak as their brand of choice. They have been able to build more of a presence on social media and provide resources to their target audience and engage them through blogs and magazines. Kodak has had to reinvent their brand as the years have passed. One major weakness is that they did have to file for bankruptcy in 2012. This type of situation can easily affect a brand's image and how the public sees them. For Kodak, this bankruptcy forced them to try and reinvent and change their brand. Another weakness of Kodak's brand is the fact that they started as a film company. Many customers may only associate this brand with film, and now that film is not as popular, this can cause a weakness within their branding. While Kodak does have other products, it is not as well known for those products. Another weakness of this brand is the lack of a target market. Since Kodak has had to rebrand itself, they have not been able to target who they really want to be selling to. Once they find that target market, they will be able to create more products specifically for that market and find a way to make their brand stronger. One last weakness is their limited budget. Kodak does not have a massive budget to create new products, market them, create advertising, and get their name to the public. Kodak has had to work with what they have to utilize the talents and what they have in-house. These weaknesses can easily be changed and turned into strengths as Kodak embraces their new rebranding. There are two main segments for the target audience: customer film and motion picture film industry. Renewed awareness of analog technology has created interest in using film by professional and hobby photographers. There is a high awareness of the iconic Kodak symbol, which symbolizes authenticity and craftsmanship that is not lost on millennials. Well-known movie directors shoot film to create blockbuster movies because they appreciate the advantage and beauty of film. There are many opportunities open to Kodak. Firstly, technology adaptation is a huge area of opportunity. The use of imaging technology is advancing, as well as the use of smartphones, which they are now creating. The changing lifestyle in today's world relies heavily on technology, and today, more people are using their smartphones in place of a camera. Product line expansion is another opportunity. Mobile telephone, a broad product category, is a very competitive imaging industry. By focusing on developing markets, this will help the financial status and put the company in an overall better financial position. Another opportunity for the company is forming alliances and outsource to help with costs and increasing profits. Kodak, staying true to the company's identity as an innovative company, reinvented itself by leveraging the value of its brand equity to connect its past to the present. Kodak brand awareness and customer perception were an easy sell to develop merchandising strategies to show that if the best creative minds, the Steven Spielberg, Sofia Coppola, use their product, then Kodak must be cool. By aligning the market strategy in order to rebuild the company brand, Kodak can be able to connect and engage a new market segment for the company to gain a competitive advantage and sustain its growth through its collaborative efforts to build alliances with sports and fashion industries like skateboarding and Forever 21. This will all target that younger audience Kodak needs to approach. So, where can Kodak brand go now? Kodak has the opportunity to enter untapped markets that they previously have not exposed themselves to. They have the opportunity to capitalize in other industries and regain market share. Within the education industry, they are able to build partnerships with learning institutions and become and provide educational resources in the classroom. They have most recently restructured the organization to have specific departments focusing on key products for the business, one of them being 3D printing and packaging. Healthcare is a growing sector, and we believe that there is great potential to utilize their 3D printing for options such as manufacturing medical devices, generating prosthetic limbs, and bioprinting. We also found that most of Kodak's products can be out of the price range for the working class. We believe that there is an opportunity to produce slightly more attainable and slightly more competitively to the market. For example, the Instant Print camera by Kodak is listed for approximately $70, while Fuji's model is listed for approximately $55 with more product variety. In conclusion, Kodak has been an iconic brand that has changed the landscape of analog photography. They have also been instrumental in perfecting digital photography. Unfortunately, they were not able to quickly adapt to the changing times, and they are currently in the process of rebuilding and rediscovering the foundation of the company. But within the last few years, Kodak has been going under new leadership, focusing on revitalizing the brand and engaging a multi-generational target audience that wants to be a part of something beyond today's technological era. We believe continuous progression will require Kodak to anticipate the needs of consumers. If they are able to accomplish this task, they will increasingly become the customer's brand of choice. Thank you for listening to our presentation on Kodak, and we look forward to receiving all of your questions.